to be one of the longest holidays in the year, with about 12 weeks. And it's actually a holiday that has got a lot. There is Christmas in it. There are politics in it. Just like we are aware, we have just been bereaved, and Kenyans are in a mourning period, and this one is affecting everybody, including the parents who are here for this exercise. And we equally realize that as the national exams are coming, these learners are going to interact with the other learners outside, learners from other primary schools, learners from secondary schools, learners from colleges. And there is a lot of challenges that parents are likely to undergo. For these young ones, for the last 3 months, they have been in school. And as they are going out for almost 2.5 months, one, they are not going to have organized activities. Like, every morning as they wake up for school, they know they are getting to school. Waking up, bathing, showering, getting into uniforms, carrying books, carrying their pens and all that. And as they go to school, there is order. But now as they are getting on for the next about 10 weeks, there will be no order. And the majority of our parents are working parents. If they are not working outside their homes, there are people who are engaged in other businesses. And as the children have been leaving for school during the term, at this time, it's only the learners who are going on holiday. Parents are not on holiday. Parents are out in their activities. So these children stand a risk of getting into, informal activities that are not organized. Maybe getting into gangs, walking around the villages, moving from one home to another, and that one may endanger them. There is an element of these children getting exposed into so many risks, like for example drugs, like for example predators. Your predators actually who are a challenge not only to these children but to the public. And now that parents will not be at home, these children may be at risk. Then equally these children are at risk of getting hurt, because there are no security measures put at home to protect them. There is nobody following them up. Unlike in school there is a teacher following them up in every other thing that they are doing. At home there is no one. If there is anything, they are just going to play all through, and as they play in a play that is not controlled or rather secured, they are likely to get hurt. And as they interact with the learners from other institutions, there is an element of this socialization and picking up vices, picking up characters, picking up behaviors that probably in one way or the other are not pleasing. Because even different institutions bring up these people differently. And as they interact, there is an element of copying from one another. And you may find children coming up with behaviors that they did not have before. And these new acquired behaviors may be a challenge not only to them, but to the parents as well. Child abuse is very common, very rampant. And these days children are not only abused, or rather by people who are not known to them. Take time to find out from our children, what is this that has been done to you? Teach them life skills, teach them sex education, find out from them how they are relating with others. Find out from these children who has touched them in wrong places. Because in school we teach them that there are places that no one is allowed to touch. And if a parent can equally make a follow-up of that, maybe the child will be able to tell you, Mama, while you are away, somebody touched my breast, somebody touched my hip. And then find out what could have happened, because we have had cases where those things happen, but no one follows it up, and at the end of the day, children suffer. And as we come to the holidays equally, there is a lot of political activities, and we know parents tend to take into account or rather give lots of interest to politics at the expense of children. Whatever we are trying to do, let's remember the children are copying from us. The children are seeing what is happening. let's try to be sober as we are conducting out our political activities, political campaigns amongst others. For what reason? Once children get to see what we do and how we behave, for example, if there is violence, they tend to believe violence is the way to go.
When we close schools, parents take care of these kids because there are several types of child abuse. So when they shall be back at home, take good care of them. As teachers have taken care of them here in school, teachers, they do great work. Now it's your turn, parents, to take a good care of them. Wherever you go, make sure your kids are safe, because it interferes with the learners physically and mentally. So, and also in academic, it interferes with the progress of learners. So when they're out there, make sure they are not doing that a lot of work that is child labor. So let's reinforce that there is supposed to be safe and make sure they are learning. They have homeworks, even if yours has not been given, make sure you get one for him or her to make those learners busy, those kids busy while at home. Ensure they are safe wherever you are. Make sure you know whereabouts of your learners.